Okay, so I don't have a lot of time, so I'm just gonna dive in and tell you guys what I am doing for the month of July. And I'm trying to like ease into it because if you've been following me, I had several chronic health issues in the past. And I am coming off of weaning my second child. And so pregnancy, nursing, a little bit of time, pregnancy, nursing, a little bit of time, if that tells you anything. And so what am I going to do? I want to detox my body. I want to get some parasites out, right? I want to trial some new diet techniques. And there's a series of things that I'm going to be doing. So there are links below if you guys are interested in any of this stuff to get some discounts and to just kind of dive into some material. You can follow me along. I am going to be putting this on my Instagram and probably talking about this on my YouTube. Also just for support because I've been through diets and all the cleanses and everything, and it might be a little traumatic for me. I don't know, but it's good. Like I'm actually really excited to do this. So once our vacation is up, because we're actually going on vacation this upcoming week. Depends on when you're watching this video. We are going to be coming back from vacation, and my husband and I are going to be diving into more of an animal-based diet, right? So really getting the lectins, lectins, out of our diet, not entirely, right? Because different fruits and vegetables can have lectins. But when it comes to like the nuts, the seeds, the legumes, the grains in particular, just want to kind of purge those, right? Give my body a good healing ground. So working on the foundation, right? And I've already been doing everything with the light environment and protein in general, but there's a lot of optimization that my husband and I can have, and just some things that we've been dealing with. Coming off of weaning my second child, my son, I do have a little bit of baby weight. And before we do want more children, so before adding that weight back on even more, I want to, give my body kind of a foundation to cleanse first and get some things out, get some things off, and just feel good. We've really been eating a lot more ice cream and been eating a lot more things that we probably shouldn't be. And so we're just going to go through a purge. And one of the purposes of doing the animal-based diet, and I'll be showing you guys what I'm eating, what I'm doing. If I'm struggling, because restricted diets, I'm just not about them. But I really do love the foundational aspect of this diet. So animal-based means meat, but we're probably going to eat very little pork and chicken. So we're going to eat a lot of beef. I'm going to do raw dairy. So we have a goat farmer that we buy milk from. And then when her goats are dry, we're going to get cow's milk from probably a delivery option that we have here in Florida. You can look up, I think it's like Find Raw Milk or findrawmilk.com or something like that. I would Google it. And you can find a local farmer who has raw milk that you can buy from. But raw milk, animal products, so it would be beef, pork, chicken, but we're trying to focus more on beef. Eggs, fish, we're going to do fish because I love the omegas. We're going to do bone broth because goodness, the minerals, the healing capabilities in that. If you cannot do bone broth, or like you're trying to do bone broth, do a little teaspoon, make it in a 24-hour crock pot or in a crock pot with sea salt, a little bit of apple cider vinegar for 24 hours, and then cool it and freeze it immediately in ice cube trays. Because if you're trying to add in bone broth and you're having histamine issues, you're gonna want a little bit while you're trying to heal the histamine reaction, right? But also the funny thing is bone broth helps heal the body. So it's like, oh my goodness, how do you do it little bits at a time? And incremental training, that's in my nervous system bundle. I teach about that, how to add foods back in without having to take all the supplements, because it's really what's up here that's affecting what's down here. So a few tips in this video, but yeah, we're going to do animal-based. And fruit. It includes fruit. It does include some vegetables. Looking online, some people diets are modified. So I've seen like chocolate and I've seen matcha. I probably will be keeping my coffee for now. It is an organic, mold-free coffee, so I feel good about it. I do add my mudwater mushrooms to that too, just as like an added immunity boost. So diet is foundational, right? Like making sure we are getting our protein in. So that is what we are going to be trying to do in July of 2025. But then I am going, like, sure, we've got our whole exercise routine, but I am going to try doing some deep cleansing. So that's going to be mucoid plaque cleansing. I'm going to start with that. And then I'm going to go into parasite cleansing. Now, this time around, I'm adding a few new things. So I've actually been on ozone for maybe about a month just to try to get some like biofilm down, anything that's kind of been, in my body, and just really start to oxygenate my body, because that's something I also have to work on. I am terrible at breathing. Like if I went underwater for 2 minutes, I could probably hold my breath, but I can just not breathe. I know it's terrible. We all have our bad habits, right? So that's something I'm working on. But oxygenating the body, supporting that even more, helping with biofilm, ozone can do that. And you can buy them in suppository form, which suppositories are awesome if you're trying to get anything. Ozone suppositories are a step below IV ozone, which is so much cheaper. So there's a link below if you want to access that, and you can also do oral. So if you're dealing with anything upper GI, which is more what I've been dealing with lately, I think part of it is also just emotional when you're a mom and you're doing everything. Sometimes these things come back. And so I'm like, okay, we're going to hit this heavier and work on more emotional and nervous system components too. I didn't have everything that I have now I didn't have everything that I have now before. And so I have this all now. So I'm like, okay, we're going to do this again, because there are some things that are lingering. Going back real quick, also another purpose for the animal-based diet is I'm still trying to get off my thyroid medication. I was on oral birth control, and I think I had thyroid issues for a big part of my life without realizing it, which brought on a lot of constipation issues. Birth control completely crashed my life, but getting off of it. So trying to heal my body, I want a lot of nutrient density. And plants, if I go more vegan, I get more constipated. So I know some people are watching, they're like, just eat more fiber. And that is not the story for all people. If your thyroid's not working, then it doesn't matter how much fiber you're eating, your body will not poop. If you're not in a safe space, if you're not working on your nervous system, there's all these different components when it comes to constipation. Anyway, getting off thyroid medication, I need to make sure I'm optimizing everything, right? My cellular health, everything. So this is where the diet comes in. But then I want to help my gut and support it. And so I'm actually doing a parasite cleanse. You can see the link below. So I could just buy everything and not have to worry about it. Now I do have the ozone. I do have the parasite cleansing kit. And then I'm making my own mucoid plaque cleanse. I've done that before. And then I might play around with some suppositories. Again, I have more of an upper GI thing going on here. So more like stomach, small intestine. If you do suppositories, they can reach, they can get into your bloodstream, but I've just seen better effects for me when I ingest things and they go down. So just a trial and error. If you have any questions about that, let me know. If you want to do this with me, I'd love to have some other ladies, men, if you can join in, and you can just follow along and then just let me know how you're going. If you have questions, ask questions. But this is just an opportunity for me right now, especially in between babies, to take care of my body, because I have time and I have space. So a little bit of vacation, and then we are diving in. My husband is not parasite cleansing, but he's still doing the animal-based. And there are some things that he's working on too that I'd love to see if they improve. But it's not about him, so I'm not going to share any of that. But so I will let you guys know, and stay tuned. I'll have some pretty videos of foods, because I love cooking and I want the food to taste good. I did see something about beef and banana with maple syrup. Probably won't be doing that, but meat, protein is great, but going fully carnivore, not what we're doing. We're doing animal-based. So that's all for today.